It's been a hot minute since we last visited, but I'm back in the sewing room and I'm here to tell you about everything that's happened since I last saw you. So I left you with the renovating of this room that I'm sitting in. And since then, we've had a change of plans and a lot of my things came that was still in storage with friends and family. So we decided to just get going and sort things out. I've spent the last 2 weeks sorting out the space and it's finally there where I can actually get going and working. There will be a video of the whole process. I think I'm going to make it a series, but for now, let's talk about Friday Sews. It's a hashtag that was started by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. Also, we're having coffee, a new mug. I just love this mug. It is made by a company called Wonky, and they are in George in the Cape Province, Western Cape. And anyway, all their things are a bit off. They hand thrown on a wheel, and I went to the factory shop where there were the rejects, and they're even more off. So Wonky is my favorite find at the moment, and I just love the mugs. Can't get enough of them. I got 3, but I think I need more in my life. Another thing that has happened is my brother and his family came to visit. It was last weekend. It was a long weekend here in South Africa. And we had the most amazing time driving down the western part of the coastline, going to Norfolk and Boulders Beach. And there we saw the penguins. I cannot believe that I've been living in South Africa and I've never been there. And it's amazing. These penguins are wild. They're just living there. I will definitely include some footage of that. But it was just one of those things where you're walking and you pinch yourself because you cannot believe that this is happening. The next day we went to Boulders Bay. This is on the way to Fishhook. And there we saw the penguins. I can't believe that it took me 52 years to get to a place where I saw this. So these are wild penguins. And you're literally walking on this boardwalk. And then they're just here. Oh my goodness. There's so many. There's a baby. There's babies. Oh. Look at that. Oh. Be glad you can't smell it, because it's really smelly over here. They almost sound like donkeys. So this is called a dassie, and apparently they're the closest relatives to the elephant. This one. That is so sweet. Hey, good monkey. Amazing. Of course, we also went wine tasting. You cannot be in the Cape Province and not go wine tasting. And like I said before, I taste, I don't drink really. So everybody got a different 4 glasses of different types of wines. And I think we were in Franschhoek. at the big one. Can't remember what it's called, but it was so much fun. Time for a wine tasting. So I don't really do wine, but I do like to taste. So my sister gets the wine and then I just taste. And we are at Franshoek Winery. It is raining and I'm so happy about it, but I wish we could have sat outside. And then we also went to the car museum. There is this beautiful place with a lot of hangers all over, which they turned into a car museum that basically tells the history of the cars in South Africa. And it used to be in Heidelberg, in Gauteng, and they moved it here. We are at the motor museum. It's so cool. And it's raining. It's the first proper rains. It rains in Cape Town in winter, and we're expecting it. And it hasn't been raining, and I've been really miffed. But today, it is raining. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure about motor museums, because I'm not really a car fanatic, but it's going to be fun. And it was incredible to walk around and just see all of this. It was actually quite a dreary day and quite cold, but it was still fun, because, as you know, I love rain and I love cold, so I was in my element. I did realize my raincoat needs to have another layer of something put on. I've been researching and I see you can find stuff that you can actually spray on. Because they do, if it's a cotton raincoat, they do lose their raincoatness. So while my brother and his family were here, we also went to a place called Babylon's Tower. And it is this farm that has the most amazing setup. There's a garden and there's a hotel and there's all these different things. But we were just going to the essential oil place, and we also went to the place where they showed, it was like an interactive exhibition of the wines and where wine started. It was incredible. So if you ever get to Cape Town, that is a place you need to visit. It's one of those places that I'm planning when I'm going to go back, because it was just so incredible and it was so big. I couldn't get through everything. I really want to do the garden tour. It's apparently there's a maze and everything, but also I just want to walk around and see all the places. It was pouring with rain, so we got soaking wet, and after a while we just were over it. It's too cold and too wet. We got coffee and we went home. But that is also something that I thought I would love to go back there. And so, of course, if I go back there, I need to wear the right outfit, because special places need special outfits. So I'm also working on that. I'm so excited to actually make an outfit specifically for there. But it's now winter, so it needs to be a winter outfit. And it's so much easier to make flowy, fun outfits for summer and spring. And here in Cape Town it rains, so I need to get my head around all of that for how to make a outfit that I will love, that is weather appropriate. Watch the space, it's coming. It's so cute. Oh, this place is amazing. I will have to come again. And then I have been working on my sewing space. Now I've realized, I don't know about you, but I've realized for me to be creative, my environment needs to be pretty. I can work. I've worked in some amazing places through the years that was really horrible and dingy, and I made it the best that I can. So I know I can, but at the moment, I want pretty. And so we found a couch online for a very good price. These ones, I think we found it for maybe a quarter of what they usually go for. And I'm so chuffed. I'm busy making pillows for that. And then just my own furniture and things that I had around, and I've been playing and setting up my sewing space. And then all my fabrics that I showed you last time, it was still in boxes, has now been unpacked. And it's amazing to see it. It's amazing to see the things that I kept, because I did get rid of more than half of it. And to see that I still love it. And that is something I want to challenge all of us that likes to sew and to keep the stuff just in case. Maybe go through your stash and get rid of the things you know you really won't enjoy. I got rid of things like really synthetic fabrics or prints that I don't like. I know I'm from Africa, but I am not an African print or an animal print person. So there's none of that left in my stash, and I'm so happy. I actually used that to make some outfits that I sold to a client in the end, but still, they didn't move with me. And that has been the thing that really just inspired me these last 2 weeks, is to see that the things that moved and that I kept is really the things that I love. And as I was unpacking, it was like meeting up with old family. There was not a lot of sewing. I need to make cushions for this couch that I want to just like scatter cushions, but also I'm using normal pillows because then I can sleep on here, because this couch is a real sleeping couch. It is so comfy. So I found some pillows that my sister is not using, and I'm just going to cover them with a beautiful, almost like this color, linen, and then just have them on here. So I want to do that. I also need to make curtains shorter for our entertainment room, because my sister and I have this entertainment room that was part of the house, which is so awesome. And I also need to edit, because I've been playing and just typing. So there is literally hours and hours of video footage that needs to be edited. So I'm going to leave you at that. We went to Houtbaai for lunch, and there we were entertained by the seals. There were even some big ones just lying around while you walk past them. There was also this place where the fishermen would throw the carcasses, and the seals were having a feast. But the smell was a bit overwhelming. And some of them were so full they were just floating around and coming up just to say hello, and then off they went. I really love Houtbaai, and it's one of those places which I want to visit again. And then, if you want the best fish and chips, this is the place to go. We started out going to the top restaurant, but we ended up at the bottom because it was closer to the water and more affordable. But the top restaurant gave you the feeling of being in an old ship.